Hi, how's it going, everybody? Hope you're doing well. It is grind time. We're gonna be playing some Minecraft today. So I encourage you guys also to probably do this because it is a free cape. And I love myself some free Minecraft capes, okay? I really do. I really, really do. So I'm going to encourage you guys to also hop in here and get yourself the free cape. I have no clue all of the challenges. I don't know if they're doing a slow rollout on them, but I wanted to play the event once on stream at minimum and kind of show you guys what it was looking like, kind of document it a little bit for my own sake as well. So today we're going to be playing Bedrock Edition because that is the only place you can actually play the event to get the cape. The cape will be on Java Edition as well, however you do have to play Bedrock first in order to get it. Hello Swifto, I think I saw you were first on YouTube side. I can't see it in my chat window right now, but I did see over in the other chat window that it looked that way. Hello Ryan Ralph, congrats on coming first on Twitch, and thank you for submitting your taxes, I appreciate it. Hello Coral, don't you worry about it. I hope your sport is enjoyable. Hello Sloth, good to see you. Thank you for submitting your taxes, I appreciate it. And 69 times total for Coral. GG's. It's very nice indeed. Yes, 69.9, there it is again. Now it's 70.5. We're gonna download this really quick. It should be quick and easy. And we'll get into the game. I'm kind of hyped, I'm not gonna lie. I love how the Minecraft movie is looking right now. I know people are saying it's gonna be so cringy, but I don't know. I miss having a little bit of cringe every now and then, and this is the perfect time for it, you know? It's the perfect time. So we're gonna be grinding out this cape. It's gonna be a good time, I think. If we can do it all today, that would be even better. But we'll have to wait and see. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it, Swifty. How are you doing? Oh. Oh, snap. We're getting a full intro sequence. Also, my audio is desynced. I'm gonna fix that. Hey, I am Steve. Welcome to the overworld. Malgosha's... Whoa. I can't read all this, it's too fast. Natalie and Dawn are deep in the wilderness. They need your help hauling battle supplies. My boy Henry is down in the mines. He needs help collecting resources. Like TNT. Garrett's defending the village walls. He needs help crushing those piglin brutes. Piglin brutes are no joke. Upgrade your gear at my secret stash. Yeah, elite loot all the way. And pick up swag at the Diamond Boutique. In the words of me. Save the village, save the world. Okay. Okay, Steve. Will do. Okay, so I'm already glitched. Well, shoot. I'm gonna save and quit and rejoin. He said the funny thing. He said, I am Steve. I love how they're memeing with the movie, okay? I love it. I know some people are hating on it, but I love the memes. It's nice. Hello, Russell. Welcome to the stream. Very happy because I just set up my Instagram profile. Heck yeah, man. Let's go. Okay, so you can't keep your skin here. That's okay. Can I boost the audio just a little bit? Because I can't hear a thing. Probably be best to do that through the mixer. Nope. Okay. As a child, I yearned for the mines. And I left the server again. I forgot that's a Bedrock thing. If you tab out, it closes out the world. I don't love Bedrock for that, but, you know, it's a thing. It is a thing. While I'm here... Yeah, let me go ahead and quickly fix my audio desync. It'll be just a second, guys. Okay, that should be a little bit better. Ow. I just hit my knee on the table. My friends and I may or may not be going to an IMAX cinema to see the Minecraft movie for one of my friends' birthdays. Yo, dude, that's gonna be fun. I don't know where I'm gonna watch just yet, but I do want to watch the Minecraft movie. I definitely am gonna go. I can't wait though. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be such a good time. Okay, so if I click on, well, I need to up my volume first so I can hear.
There are dark forces who want to destroy this world.
Nice work. You're truly a bodacious warrior. We can craft our way out of any danger. Can I talk to Dennis? My boy Dennis, let's go. Okay, so we got Steve's secret stash here. You can enchant your sword with fire aspect. Your bow with punch. You can get a gold upgrade. And you can get an iron upgrade for your pickaxe. Okay. Quests. So you have 6 quests. I don't know, every other day is when you're gonna unlock quests. So we're not gonna be able to do all of them today. We're only gonna be able to do one, actually, unfortunately. I hate that they do this, honestly. I hate it. I don't understand why they won't let me just grind it out on one day. But whatever. You know, Mojang, you do you. But we're gonna play for a little bit. We're not gonna be able to get the cape today, but I will just play for a while to have some fun and yap with you guys. Could talk about the Minecraft movie, things like that. So for the first quest, which is what we're gonna be doing today, we'll get 500 emeralds and 1,000 XP. And we need to go to the wilderness and deliver 5 carts, retrieve 100 ore at the mines, and we need to defend the outer walls 5 times through 5 different waves. So, we'll see. It'll be fun. I also have a desktop computer for my church. Heck yeah, man. That's gonna be fun. I hope that goes well for you. I need to sleep now. See you. Nice to see you online as ever, though, King. Thank you very much, Sloth. It was good seeing you. Hope you get some rest, and we'll catch you again in the future. Yeah, see you, man. So, let's first just get the first one out of the way. So we need to go to the wilderness. Judging by the signage, I think it's right. We'll find out. The stats are wild. Oh, for the computer? What are you putting in it? I'm curious. We're very low on supplies for the battle. Glad you'll come with us to bring back more. We can bounce back, no worries. It's just a short hop outside the village. Yes, let's enter the wilderness. It's gotta be wild for some of these actors who have been playing Minecraft to actually see themselves in the game. That's gotta be really interesting. I can't really imagine how that would feel. I mean, there's gonna be some YouTubers, I believe, in the Minecraft movie as well. It's gonna be surreal for them seeing the movie. Great, you made it to the wilderness. We've got to transport these battle supplies. We got a trader cart to move the supplies. It needs to travel safely between outposts. These pigs won't stop attacking. Come on, help us defend the trader cart. Okay. You get rewarded when you reach an outpost. Easy enough. This is really cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is a cool concept. Okay, and it's all team-based here. So it's me and everybody else. This is easy. I thought it was gonna have a queue like they had us going through in the MCC event, or not MCC event, the Creaking event, Garden Awakens. I'll get the name eventually. That hurts. That really hurts. I would body block it if I didn't feel like it was gonna kill me. Okay, 3050 Ti, i7, 14th gen, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and like 1 terabyte of storage, and all it does is basically run a slideshow. Yep. That sounds about right. I think that's kind of what we put in mine. My churches. It had a lot of unnecessarily big specs, but it's gonna last them like 8 years, which, you know, is pretty nice. And they can make it run a live stream at the same time if they need to. Although we use a dual PC setup, if for some reason one of the computers goes down, it can do both the jobs. It's really, really nice. Yeah, that is some pretty crazy stats for running a slideshow. But it'll last them a very long time too, which will be nice. Keep going, keep going. How far do we need to get the cart? Is it five different outposts? I think that's what they said. Yeah, you have to deliver 5 carts, so that's one of them, I believe. Do I have to click it, or... Okay. So did that count? Yes. Okay, gotcha. Easy. I gotta download all the programs it needs, though, and import all the songs from my laptop to this one. Ah, I gotcha. That could probably take you a little while, but when you're putting it onto a brand new computer, it usually does pretty good. You know, with 1 terabyte of storage, that might, if that's SSD, it'll be no time to download everything and import. I'm gonna leave you with a chicken jockey, my guy. Maybe not. Okay. It's supposed to come with 250 gigabyte external drive. Oh, dude, that would have made your job really easy then. But I cannot for the life of me find it. Dang. That's a bummer. This is a pretty nice event. I'm not gonna lie. I think a Defend the Payload event should be in more Minecraft servers. I don't know why it's not. This is actually enjoyable. I'd be down to look into how this works to maybe put it into my server one day. Not King SMP, but a minigame server. This is pretty unique, though. I've never seen a Defend the Payload type of server, so pretty cool. Came with a keyboard and mouse. Oh, that's nice. What size? You know? I know some of them come with like 60% keyboards and whatnot. I'm personally not a huge fan of those, but I know some people love them. Look at that, yeah. So is that 2 deliveries? That is 2. Okay. We just got 3 more to go, and then we're done with this challenge. Look how quickly I'm moving. Yeah, we're gonna be done with this in no time. It's a bummer that they didn't give us all the challenges day 1. I figured they wouldn't, but it is sad. 'Cause it would have been so much better. It looks like they disabled custom skins, though, which is unfortunate. Kill a spider. I think in 100% it has all of the numpad. Okay, okay. That's actually really nice then. Getting you 100% is good. I prefer 100% keyboards. I know some people hate them, but I love them. How to get new Twitch cape? The one that you get from Twitch. If you watch any Minecraft stream for 3 minutes, it should give you a code, so then you just gotta check your Twitch inventory or your notifications from Twitch itself. Usually it should give you a code. You'll take that code, go to minecraft.net/redeem, and then you just gotta put your code into there. It'll unlock on both Java and Bedrock. It usually takes a while to unlock on Java, so give it like about a day to sync up, and it should give you the cape the next day. If you're talking about this cape that I'm grinding out right now, there's several challenges that you gotta finish. Unfortunately, they're not all out right now, but I am playing the first challenge, or quest, rather. And basically, you just gotta play a couple of their mini games, and then it'll tie to your account. Okay. Is there any more emeralds here? I don't know. It's fine. How many more deliveries do we need? 2 more? Okay. That's fine. We can make that. I think a little more variety in this event would be cool. Or in this game. But I also get it. You can only do so much without wasting your efforts after a while, because this isn't going to be replayable. They're not bringing this back. They may reuse some of this code later, but it's very unlikely they're going to utilize this, all of this all over again. So I get why they didn't put a ton more effort into it. It just would have been nice to see. Okay, go. Anyway, I'm gonna set this computer back. Be back in maybe 30-ish minutes. All right, sounds good, Swiftu. Good luck. Have fun. I'm gonna die. Okay. Just gotta heal again. These guys got lava chicken, dang. I think I'm gonna go for upgrades rather than power-ups and such. I find upgrades to be a better investment personally. Whether or not that'll remain true for this event, we'll find out. I got assist credit on that, dang. Got a little XP boost. That's nice. Oh, come on. Okay. One more. And then we're done with deliveries for today, anyway. It's just me and Herp Derp Mip Slurp. That's... You know, I'm glad to be on Herp Derp's side, personally. Now, I don't know how you leave. I'm assuming you just press map. Okay, this is gonna be unfortunate. Okay. Still alive. I'm kind of impressed, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Nope. Not a chance. Okay. Who's next? There's usually a zombie chicken jockey. Is this one Bedrock or Java? This one's on Bedrock, but you can get the cape for both Bedrock and Java by playing the event. Now, I don't know when it's going to show up on your Java account. You can't get the cape yet. You have, I think, 6 more days. Wait, no, there's 6 total challenges. If it unlocks every other day, you have 12 days until you can actually unlock the cape. But I figured I'd get the jump on it. I'm not necessarily going to play through the entire event, but I do want to check out everything and play it for a little bit. There we go. It's just me and this dude today. At least right now. I kind of thought there'd be more players on, but they may be trying out all the other games. Oh. Is this my last stop? I think it is. Oh, he's got the little poppy. That's awesome. Okay. That was my last wilderness cart I needed, so now we're gonna go to the mines. Let's go back to Midport Village, and let's go find ourselves the mines, and we'll go dig some ores for a little bit. I can't imagine it being that hard, right? How hard can it be? Okay. Boop. Okay, I'm trying to remember... Can I click this? That's cool. I didn't know there was credits there. I can't skip it though. I hope it's not very long because otherwise I'm screwed. Just wait for a little bit. It's got QA testers already. It's gotta be almost done. That water does not taste like water. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I wanted to go to Steve's stash. So we got 1800 here. What can we do with it? We can get ourselves the iron upgrade, or... Okay, we can't get the enchantment yet. We could get punch or power 1. Gold upgrade. fortune or iron upgrade. I've been finding that I am getting low, so let me upgrade to gold. I think that's the best idea here. Alright, let's go to the mines and see how this looks. Or works. Seems like the mobs have pretty good knockback, so I can at least beat them off of me and deal a lot of damage that way, but when they do hit me initially, it hits like a truck. Are you the reinforcements? I'm Henry. I'm heading to the mines to gather ores. Do you want to come along? Yes. Yes, I do. The children yearn for the mines. Fun fact, the new cape that we're trying to get right now is the Yearn cape. And, I find it funny, the amount of small things that Mojang is putting in there, just to increase the memes and really lean into things. I really liked, we found our way down into the mines for collecting village defense resources. Hop on elevators to get to different levels, okay? Look out for spawners and the mobs. Okay, is this gonna be like Sands of Time? Watch out, it's easy to get lost down here. When you're ready to leave, find an elevator. Ellen Lee, welcome to the stream. Hello. It does look pretty cool. Get out alive or you'll lose your stuff. This is Sands of Time. Okay. I'm all for this. 100 ores. That's easy. Easy peasy. Level 1 it is. Okay. So stone doesn't do anything. Coal does. Okay. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. This is pretty neat. So Sands of Time, that's pretty much what it's looking like to me anyway. I respect them though. I love Sands. So if it's just Sands of Time, you know, I wouldn't say no to Minecraft doing a Sands of Time event every event day. You know, that would be pretty nice. I was trash at it, but it's pretty fun. Heck yeah, same here, man. Same here. It was never really good, but I did enjoy it a lot. Here's a zombie. Yep. You know what? I think I just realized what this is all reminding me of. All the animations and the texturing. It reminds me of Hytale, actually. Which is really funny to me. I never thought I'd see the day where Minecraft looked like Hytale, but here we are. Speaking of Hytale, it's been a while since we've seen anything about that, I think. It's been a while since I've seen anything about it, anyway. I don't know how much we've got and how much we need. Let me... Quests. Oh, you've got to actually bring it up. Okay, I gotcha. So until we have 100, it doesn't really do me much good to go up. Unless I'm just really scared I'm gonna die. But I doubt I would ever die. Okay, I can't pick that up till I have iron. Okay, that's fair. That's understandable. Is there a time limit? No, there doesn't seem to be a time limit. It's just until you die or you go back up. I'm assuming that's because they don't have a queue. So it's just, all of the event takes place in one server and everybody can play any event whenever they want. So they don't have to kick you out or do timed events to keep the servers running. Which is really nice. It's really, really nice. Unfortunately, it does look like these mines have been really looted already. But I'll keep hitting the coal. Okay. I'm trying to think. Go ahead and kill the spider. A little XP. I don't know what the experience does, but I'll take it. Everyone's eager for the capes. Oh, dude. I wish... I didn't know they were gonna do this. I had a feeling they would, but I wish, they would have released all the challenges at once. Because, unfortunately, they're only doing the quests every other day, so it's gonna be like 12 days until you can get the actual cape. But I'm here for this. This is enjoyable right now. Did you get the Twitch and TikTok capes? Yes, I did. Can I? Okay, they won't let me show off my cape. I do have one of them equipped. It's the Twitch cape. The what is it? Home? The blue portal cape. I don't remember what it's called, but I have that one. Let's see. Where? I hear you. I thought I heard you. I guess not. I guess it's you. That would make sense. Okay. Ads are in progress, bruh. No. No, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize they were starting. My bad. Okay. Let's get... See, we're at 70, 80... 84. Okay. We're not doing too shabby in all honesty. Ah! Okay. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him until he was on me. Okay. How much do we have? We're almost there if we're not already. We're just gonna mine a little bit longer. No, 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 no. I ain't messing with that. What was that? Excuse me? What? That is straight out of Doom. I'm pretty sure I fought that guy in Doom, like Doom 2016. There had to have been a fat pig in that one. That's awful. That's nightmarish even, I would argue. Okay. I don't want to fight him. I need to get out. I have all the resources I need right now. It should also pay me a pretty penny so we can get another upgrade, which will be nice. We just gotta find ourselves a sign. Or, when in doubt, go up. And there should be a sign around here somewhere, because there's more... What in the... What the heck? Okay. I'll kill you too. I think this way? There's a sign there. Is that the way home? That is the way home. I don't have a minecart. Okay. Okay. I need to not panic. What do I do? We need to find a way up. This way? Yeah, I see chains. Okay. Back in the mine shaft. If I could get up there, that would be nice. Let's go this way. Are you able to control the ads at all? Not really, no. I have them set so that it turns off pre-rolls so that you don't get ads right when you click in a stream. But sadly, that's about as much control as I do get. That was almost really bad. Yeah, I either get pre-rolls or mid-rolls, so I chose mid-rolls, because I don't know, I don't like clicking into a stream and getting 8 ads right then and there. So I definitely didn't like that option. Okay, here's our way home. This is good. It's nice that you have a bot that lets you know when they begin. Yes, yes. Streamer bot is what I use, and it's pretty good. I highly recommend it to anybody who out there who does stream. Streamer bot is great. We're doing great. There's much more to explore down here, but we've got to get the orders to the village. Shall we head back for now? Yes. Let's also upgrade a little bit. But yeah, streamer bot is great. It allows me to do a lot of the things I do. I can't wait till I get my stream deck, which is gonna be a while. But when I do get it, I'm gonna be able to do even more with buttons and transitions and things with the bot, even to tell it, hey, go ahead and post this or do that. Hi.
Steve.
Hi, Steve. Didn't know you were Steve. Okay. Iron upgrade, power 1. I don't think we're gonna be able to afford any of the enchants. We could get chainmail upgrade or iron upgrade for the pick. I don't think we're gonna need to upgrade the pick with what we're about to do. I'm gonna say iron sword is probably the best bet here. Did we just get hit with the I am Steve? Yes, yes we did. Unfortunately, it seems no matter where I go, we get hit with it. Okay, I can't interact with this. I thought we could, but maybe we can't. There's also collectibles around here, isn't there? There's one up here. Let's go up here. It's a saxophone, if I remember correctly. Where is it? It's all the way up, isn't it? 20,000 is too much or not? It depends on what you're talking about. 20,000 is a lot of money. But, I mean, if you're buying, like, I don't know, what's reasonable that costs 20,000? I guess, like, organs would be about 20,000, I think. Buying a house for 20,000, that's cheap. Hey, give me that. There we go. And where's the saxophone? Have you played through this at all? I haven't, but I watched the developers play a little bit on Minecraft Live. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's here. So maybe they changed some things around or I'm in the wrong spot. I don't know. Do you have a TikTok channel? I do. I don't utilize it. I kind of am thinking about trying it again, but I kind of told myself I was gonna quit when the US banned it, but then they unbanned it, so I might try it out. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of want to stream on TikTok if I do anything, because it wouldn't take much more effort for me to stream one more place, so I'm thinking about it. We'll see. What did you think of the Minecraft Live updates? I love them. I love them. Seeing the happy ghast makes me happy. I never really thought, like, a flying mob that you could ride was going to come to Minecraft. That looks incredibly cursed. but then we got, you know, the Happy Ghast. And the fact that it's basically creative flight, but it's not OP, is really, really cool. I love it. I can't believe we're actually getting it, and it's not something I'm wrinkling my nose at. I know a lot of people are, but that's just how a lot of people look at Minecraft updates these days, is how can they critique it rather than how can they praise it. And that, I don't know, that rubs me the wrong way. I'm in love with Minecraft again. It's I don't know how to explain it, but I love the game so much. Every update just brings me a little bit closer to every single update makes me just a little more excited, I guess. I don't know. I've been playing this game for over 10 years now. They've done things I don't like, sure, but the good far outweighs the bad. That's such a positive way of thinking, though. Love that, mate. I appreciate it. I try to be positive if I can. There's the mines. Where's Garrett? He's over here. We gotta defend the walls. But yeah, I try to be positive when I can. That's why I'm super stoked for the Minecraft movie. I know it's gonna be super cringy, but I'm embracing that. Also, what's this over here? It looked like there was like a statue or something. That's cool. That's really, really cool. I kind of just want to run around here for a minute. I'm not gonna lie, this is neat. Are you gonna go watch it? Yes, I'm planning to watch it sometime in April when it's out. It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun, I think. It looks funny. So I love a good comedy. I'm not gonna walk in expecting very much. Probably just, you know, if it reaches School of Rock quality, I'd be impressed. You know, I love Jack Black. I really do. School of Rock wasn't great, but it was a fun movie. It was a fun movie. So I hope it reaches at least that quality of humor. Which, from what I've seen so far, it very well could. I love all the stuff they added in this event, OMG. Yes, there's so many cool little Easter eggs dotted around here, I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into Stampy's house, Stampy's Lovely World house somewhere around here.
Hijacking your body's cockpit.
Ah, my new protege has arrived. We're protecting the village walls from the piglins, and we need our best fighters. Think you're up to the challenge? Let's go. Okay, Garrett. Take me to the battle. Okay. I'm helping Jason Momoa defend a village in Minecraft. This is not something I thought we were going to be doing. Okay. What a statement. What a statement indeed. Okay, welcome to the village walls, my new dojo. Oh. See those portals the piglins are invading. Okay. Oh! We gotta stop them from reaching the gate. This kind of reminds me of an event I was gonna be a part of a while back. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of it, but we were testing it and they never finished it. But this was one of the mini games, essentially, was to defend the castle kind of idea. And we sadly never got to finish it, but it was really cool. I'm a terrible shot. Okay, can I just jump down there? Guns blazing kind of deal? No, I can't. So I upgraded my sword for no reason, it seems. That's okay, though. Hey, I won! I just gotta do it 4 more times. That's what I get for showing up a little late to the party, I guess. Okay. So this is definitely a bow game. That's good to know. Oh, I'm in danger. Okay, this is kind of cool. I will say, like all the other games, this just needs a little more fleshing out, but it would make a great actual, like, full-time minigame for, like, a minigame server. I'd kind of be interested to see how hard it would be to set up on Java. Surely it wouldn't be that hard because you have plugins and a really in-depth plugin system at that. So, I mean, it wouldn't be hard to set up, I don't think. Come on. Protect the golem! My boy can't die, not today. Where else do you stream? I stream on YouTube, in short form, so vertical format. I've been thinking about expanding to some other platforms now that I'm comfortable with YouTube streaming. But we'll see. I don't know where all that would be yet. I've kind of toyed around with the idea of Instagram, just because I don't see anybody else streaming on Instagram for gaming content. So it'd be kind of interesting to see if there's a market there that I just didn't know about. It'd be kind of cool. I don't know if it's realistic or not, but it's an intriguing idea. I've mentioned TikTok. And, of course there is Kick. I don't know how I feel about Kick. I don't love it. But, you know, there's an idea there, I guess. There's no point in not being everywhere, technically speaking, unless you just physically can't keep up with it all. And that's the thing I think a lot of people who do multi-streaming don't do right. If you're gonna multi-stream, you should pick, you should try to pick several platforms, and then when you do, you need to pick one main. So if, for example, any of your streams are suffering because you have slow internet one day or whatever, you gotta cancel on some of those platforms. And usually, I find that people don't pick the right platform, and it's because they want to be successful on one when they're already successful on a different one. So there's not much point, in my opinion. You know, for example, right now, my more successful platform is Twitch. So that's where, ultimately, if there's ever an issue, I'm staying on Twitch versus my YouTube stream. That's just personal preference. Some people should do the exact opposite. Especially if they're monetized on YouTube. They should keep streaming on YouTube because they'll actually make a lot more money than what they would otherwise. And it's a better ad experience over there. But for me, I like the channel points that Twitch has to offer. Welcome back, Coral. Hope you're doing well. I've never seen gaming streams on Insta. I know. I wonder if that's an Instagram issue, like platform thing, or if that's just the audience on Instagram just doesn't want it. I don't know. I wouldn't swipe away if I got a gaming video or stream. So I think I would probably watch it. I'd imagine other people probably would too. I don't know. Man, I need to brush up on my bow game. Me too, man. Me too. Probably the audience, I guess. Probably. Most platforms, they'll make space for anyone that, for anyone there just because they get extra money from advertisers for having more people on there. This is terrible. Come on. This guy's gonna die. Oh my goodness. Well, we definitely tried. I just can't unload any more arrows on these guys. Not any faster anyway. Hawkeye. Nope. Okay, he didn't get away. Good. Come on. Nope. Save him. Okay, there's way too many people here. Keep them back. Oh man, they're gone. The attempt was there. There was an attempt. There was an attempt. I need to upgrade my bow. I thought this was gonna be a sword game as well. I was like, I'm gonna avoid bows if I can. I don't find them as interesting, but it would have been a better investment for the bow upgrade, I guess. Oh well. Let's see, what the fiddle finger sticks am I watching? Hey Pigs, how's it going? This is the new Minecraft Bedrock Edition mini game server for the Minecraft movie. And if you complete all 6 quests, which won't be dropped for a little bit longer, you'll get a special cape. So I'm grinding out some of the quests today. But they only drop one. They only drop one quest every other day. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to do it all today. But we'll be able to get a little bit done. He's gonna die. We can try to keep him alive, though. Come on, boys. Okay, he's dead. Well, we tried. We tried. Let's move on, move on, move on. Can't risk another one. Where's the guy? Okay, you guys can't just leave this man. My poor golem. Our poor boy. Why can't I donate to you? I'm not monetized on YouTube, so I don't have the ability for you to give super chats here. I am working on setting up an alternate site for you to be able to donate on, but progress on that is slow going because I'm a perfectionist. Well, that's another one gone. That's fine. Everything's fine here. Come on. Let's go help this boy. I gotta do stinky schoolwork that I have been pushing away since 10 a.m., so I'll lurk. Alright, sounds good, Pix. By the way, did you get a new haircut? I did, yes. Yes, I did. Got it about a week ago, I guess. Maybe 2 weeks. I had a friend come over, and before he came, we decided I would get a haircut because it was a little out of control. It's finally growing back to the height that I prefer my hair to be. So it's almost there, almost there. I like your cut, G. Also, you now look like a slimmer version of CG5. You know, I've never been told that I look like CG5. That's... Huh. You know, I'll take it. I'll take it. He's a handsome guy. He's a very handsome guy. Okay, we got that quest done. I have to wait until...
Creativity in this world is key to survival.
I don't know... Where do you... Okay, so ghasts will start showing up, I guess, a little later. Okay, so the event will get harder and harder throughout... Okay. So it's actually good if you
Creativity in
play
this world is key to survival.
early. That's kind of cool. So there's gonna be ghasts that show up in the Outer Walls event later on. And then outside of that, it's just some other events here. It looks like that might be the only thing is ghasts show up. I didn't see those at all, so I don't think they're here yet. So it's pretty wise to actually keep upgrading your stuff. Okay, that's smart. Hey, Alias. Good to see you, dude. How are you doing today, by the way? Could get sharpness 1. Look at that. Get power 1. Could upgrade to chainmail. Or we could get fortune. Or we can't get fortune. We could upgrade to iron, though. Which would give me the ability to get any type of ore. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Do you have a server in Minecraft or not? I want to play with you. Yes, I do have a server. If you're wanting to hop on it, it is !IP in the chat. And it'll give you the IP. It's both Bedrock and Java compatible. And it's on 1.21.4 right now. I might actually have to upgrade its plugins soon. So it might come down for maintenance either today or tomorrow. Just for a little bit so I can update everything. But it's a pretty good server. It's just an SMP. Nothing too crazy though. I'm doing okay, stressing over physics. That's so real. How has your day been, homie? It's been pretty okay. I had a really good day yesterday and I guess Sunday. Today's been pretty good too, because I've not been stressing over the things that I was stressing about the other 2 days, because I finally took care of everything. I could probably give the homies an earful on some of that. But yeah, no, I've been having a pretty good time. How do I get to level 2? It's locked. That must be where the diamonds are. So we can't get to diamonds until we, I'm assuming, reach a certain point in the week. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I've been doing pretty okay. Hopefully the physics don't stress you out too much. I know that's easier said than done, but I never enjoyed physics. I could never remember it because it still is all related to math, and I don't like math. Bro, I just wish I could mentally get a grasp of it. That's fair. I wonder... This has been something that's helped me in the past. I don't know if it helps you or if you've tried it yet. Take, like, the concept that you're trying to learn. So, like, let's say it's, I'm trying to think of anything that I know that's physics related. So, like, take the velocity, the calculation of velocity, and then put it in a chat GPT and say, like, teach me as if I were a 5-year-old about the law of velocity or whatever. And it sometimes helps. I've had ChatGPT explain to me what a mutual fund is as if I were an idiot, and it told me in terms of food, and I was like, bro, I now understand the secrets of the universe. So sometimes it's just about finding ways to equate it to other things. That might help. Of course, you'd have to double check its work, but you can usually trust ChatGPT for about 3 or 4 messages before it starts hallucinating. Once it hallucinates, though, you're kind of screwed. I should definitely try that. I bet ChatGPT would be better than my professor. Honestly, though, you know, that's fair. That's fair. I was never public schooled or went to college or anything like that, so I can't really say much on that, but you know, GPT has, you know, the entire internet at its fingertips, so it's usually pretty decent. Definitely worth a try. It may help or may click something into place that wasn't before. And when in doubt, sometimes you can magically just find out the answers by by typing them into the ChatGPT search bar. But we won't talk about that. That's immoral and wrong according to most colleges, so we shouldn't do that. I don't know. I remember in high school. Okay, this is a little off topic, but it's kind of on topic. In high school, they always were telling me, you're never gonna have a calculator in your pocket. It's not right. You should always learn how to do something without a calculator. You know, I've never been without a calculator. Ever. I feel lied to. And then come to find out, everybody in any field that I've ever looked into going into, if they're doing anything number related, they use calculators. I feel a little cheated, needless to say. Like, don't get me wrong, it's important to learn some of that, but calculators are great. Just let me be free, man. That's kind of cool. They have a puddle effect. That's really neat. I don't know what we're doing now. We're just gonna kind of grind out some emeralds, I think, so that we can upgrade, and we'll steamroll everything after this. Unfortunately, I probably won't stream the rest of the event, but I do want to grind out a little bit while we're here and just enjoy my time. I think there's I'm trying to think. There's a chance we do stream the last day of it. We'll see. I'd have to do the math and see when the last set of quests is coming out, though. Because if they come out, like, on a weekend, that would be a great weekend stream, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I'm digging this, and that wasn't meant to be a pun. But I'm digging this event, okay? Maybe that's just the hype talking, like, I'm hyped for the movie. So I guess maybe it could just be that, but this is a solid event. It's a solid event. I'm kind of tempted to look into how to code this myself, or like a plugin, so that I could host my own minigame server with this. I wonder, could I do like a monthly event, maybe, on a minigame server? Because that's the thing, I've talked with people about it before, and basically the hardest part about running a minigame server is getting a player base for it. So if we opened up the server only once a month to play, and we put on a couple of minigames on there that were fun, and then eventually, you know, you get to the point where there's people begging you to have it online more often or whatever. So then you have it on, like, every week you do an event. And then eventually, once you have a big enough player base that would want to play it more often, then you run it all the time. That's an idea. I don't know, I've always struggled with how in the world you're gonna get enough players for things. So that would work. I don't know. I'll think about that. I do want to make a minigame server at some point. I think it'd be cool. It could also just be a creator event, I suppose. I've never really done much in terms of creator events. I'd kind of like to play in some. I've been watching a lot more lately. Block Wars looks like so much fun, I'm not gonna lie. And of course, MCC is the classic one. That was really cool. Wow. That was a really cool creeper explosion effect. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I do need to get out of here, don't I? We should have enough material. Oh, okay. Can I get out? This way's out, okay. And I'm here. Okay, that's a lot of emeralds. Okay, let's go upgrade. Boop. Midport. I'm kind of curious if we could max upgrade everything like today. That would be fun. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not like really sure how long we're gonna do everything. I'm just gonna keep playing until it's not really super fun to me anymore. But right now I'm enjoying it enough that it's kind of like I could play this for a couple hours, I think. So we can't upgrade the sword. We could get sharpness 1. Could get power 1. Could get chainmail. Or we could get efficiency 1. Sharpness 1 would be pretty nice. Let's do that. Looks like the next upgrade is Sharp 2 Diamond. Okay. Let's go do the payload really quick. I want to go back to payload and see if we can steamroll now. Like, surely this would be easy enough. Also, am I glitching out? I can see my character model in the top right glitching out a little bit, or top left, sorry. It's glitching out a lot when I spam click, but I was curious what that would look like in third person. Yep, let's go. Boop. I've been cleaning my room a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I moved some boxes from over there. I actually had a guitar case underneath this table I have over here. And I was like, if I move those cases out, I can put them in my closet. Then I can move a lot of things from over there over to here. And I'm still in the process of moving those things over underneath the table. But if I can do it, it would be great. Because, like I said, I just need more space. So I'm going to move a lot of the stuff soon. And hopefully it'll make my room look a little cleaner too. Okay. I'm kind of being dead serious right now. I do think I might look into how we could do a mini-game server of sorts that utilize some of these mechanics, because I've never seen a protect the payload Minecraft server. And you could actually do a team-based payload PvP mode, which would be really cool. I don't know why that's not a thing. That 100% should be a thing. I mean, I know hackers is an issue, so maybe not, but I think you could still make it work. You just gotta do like MCC island level protection against cheats and stuff, and you'd be fine. Because Hypixel doesn't do a good job. 420, nice. Hypixel just doesn't do a good job. That's why I don't like playing on that server, is every single game you play of Skywars has another cheater. And part of that is due to the fact that they still run their servers on outdated versions of Minecraft, I believe. So essentially, it's kind of impossible to really... oh, I almost fell. it's kind of impossible to really play the game without running into cheaters. But if you get a good anti-cheat, which is very possible to do, you wouldn't have to worry about that. It'd be so cool. I think so. I'll look into that a little bit. I'm gonna ask my good friend ChatGPT about it. I think it would have some ideas, and it might be able to provide the logistics of why people aren't doing it. It might actually just be too hard. Who knows? But I'm willing to give it a shot, because I mean, Bedrock does it fine. And I would also be curious to see if we could do Bedrock on a minigame server as well. Because I don't see that very often either, where a minigame server supports both Bedrock and Java. Are you okay, dude? You good? Okay. Are we still fighting off mobs? I've completed my quest for the day, so I'm just kind of going through and killing things and grinding out emeralds so that I can fully upgrade everything. And then I'm going to steamroll the rest of the challenges whenever they drop. I'll probably have to do all those off stream though. Can I apply my skin? No. Okay. They don't allow custom skins here. Some of these people have their skins, but I'm wondering if it's because they're not custom and they're from skin packs. That's just a theory, though. But now we're talking about minigame servers and maybe making one. I don't know if that's an interesting thought to you at all, Swiftu, but we're back to that topic of like, oh yeah, what if I made a minigame server? I think I could do a sweet minigame server. I don't know. My main concern would honestly be if I did put Bedrock on there, how bad would it be? What things would we not be able to do versus what things would we be able to do? I don't know. Honestly, building minigames and hubs would be fun. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It would be fun to build them, and it would be fun to probably code them as well. I might talk to some of my friends who want to do plugins and stuff and don't really know how to yet, but would like to, and see if they'd be down to collaborate on that. There wouldn't be any money in it, not yet anyway, but we could possibly get money in on it eventually. I'd probably go with the Mine Hut method of monetization and reach out to people to get sponsors on the server directly. I'd have to make sure it follows Minecraft TOS and how we do it, but that's how I would probably want to do it, I think. Oh, I didn't even see him, my bad. But I would be interested in trying that. I've never really made a plugin before. It's kind of daunting, I'm not gonna lie. But I think we could do it. I'm looking into learning JavaScript sometime. It's a pretty good language. I'm not really good at it, but I do know parts of it. It is a good language, though. This is so stupid. Oh my gosh. It's kind of nice being able to tank it all, though, let me say. Mods and plugin creators make a ton of commission money. Oh, I bet. I bet. Because the skill gap there, if you don't know what you're doing, then, like, you're kind of screwed. Because you can't really just learn it. So you have to usually pay somebody else to do it, which isn't the worst thing in the world. But most people can figure out how to build something. Most people can figure out how to make their own texture pack. But to make your own plugin or make your own mod is insane. It's actually kind of insane. Also, ads are going to be starting in about 30 seconds. If you guys want to avoid the ads, you can join the YouTube stream. Do !YT in chat. I need to set it up, but I think I can set up an actual link to the live stream. So that way you don't have to press very many buttons. But if you press that, I'll be live on YouTube. It should have a nice little live symbol somewhere on my profile. And you just click that and it should bring you onto the stream. Speaking of money, I'm hopefully getting a job for building with a large crater. Heck yeah, man, let's go. That's really cool. I've got a thing coming up that I'm hopeful will work out. But, basically in about 2 years or so, maybe a little less than that even, maybe 1 year, it could turn into something pretty big, put me in connection with some bigger people, but we'll wait and see. They're making 15 to 54K a month, so I should be getting paid well. Holy cow, what? I'm assuming you probably ran them up on Social Blade to see it. That's insane. That's actually insane, though. Yeah, so I would assume you're at least getting paid probably around about... I mean, if each video makes 100, let's say, they're probably gonna pay you probably... Well, no, each video has to make more than 100 if that's how much they're making. I would think, anyway. So they're gonna be probably paying you 100 per build project, depending on the size, right? That would be my guess. Maybe that's a little high. I don't know. I know some people don't pay fairly. They're giving me a paid trial. Holy cow. They're paying you to see if you're any good. That's really awesome, dude. That's really, really cool. So I assume that means they got money to throw out. Yeah, that's what it's sounding like. That's insane. That's really, really cool, dude. I hope that goes well for you. I've been looking at getting some jobs at some places. I think I've got a pretty good chance coming up soon to get the job, a good paying job, which will mean I can get a lot of the really cool things that I want for stream that I just can't afford right now. I'm wanting to get a green screen, obviously. That's like a cool thing. I want to get I want to get a stream deck. I want to get
We're ready. Let's go save the overworld.
what else do I want? I want to upgrade my audio. I want to get a new audio interface and a new mic. I like my current mic and I like my current audio interface, but there are better ones out there. And I would still utilize both of these, probably. It's just they'd be used for different things instead. This mic would be a great guitar mic. The audio interface as well is great for guitar, but it's not great for voice, is what I'm finding. At least long-term use voice uses. Usually it starts to create a delay, and it gets slower and slower and more lagged behind everything, and that's just not great. It's one of those 100 days as like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle-like videos. Okay. I see. Kids videos, yeah. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's pretty cool, though. That would pay pretty good, I think. I think that's a good idea. Definitely worth a try, anyway. I think this is a lesson I needed to learn recently. And I think everybody could definitely use it. always ask, always try, always throw your name in the hat, because you never know what's gonna happen. You know, I'm not gonna lie. When I applied for Twitch SMP, I was looking at it and going, "There's no way I make it in." And yeah, I had a bunch of people telling me like, "Oh yeah, no, dude, you're definitely in. You're definitely in." And you know, it was nice hearing that, but I didn't believe anybody usually. I just thought they were being nice, kind of deal. But I didn't think I was gonna make it. But I never would have made it had I not thrown my name in the hat. And that goes for a lot of things, you know, applying for those jobs that you think you're not qualified for, you know? I'm not qualified really to be in the FBI. I'm gonna die. I'm not really super qualified to be like in the FBI or anything. But it doesn't hurt to send your application in, you know? And who knows what'll come out of that. I am actually qualified for a couple of positions, but I sometimes apply for ones that I'm not qualified for, just to see what happens. And I do the same thing with videos nowadays too. Every video I make, it's like, I'm not qualified to make this. Why am I doing it? I'm like, because if I don't, who will? If I don't, what if I make a really banger video? Like, this could be the opportunity for me to make something really, really cool. It wouldn't be right of me to just ditch the idea. Some of that self-doubt, you gotta make sure to keep self-doubt out, because you're your own greatest enemy in everything you do. Whether we like it or not, that's the case. So how can we become better is we need to be careful and shut out our negative voices. Anything that tells you you can't is just wrong. That's all you gotta know. I don't have a drop command. I'm sorry, Amjad. I'm definitely not saying your name right. I'm hearing something back tomorrow. Heck yeah, let's go, dude. If they didn't think I was qualified, they would not have given me a trial. They saw my work. Let's go, dude. I hope that goes well for you. I think it will. If they saw your work prior to this and then wanted to give you a trial run and they're going to pay you for that trial, I think you got a pretty good chance. They're pretty confident in you. That's what it sounds like to me anyway. I died. Okay. I thought I would, but I just wanted to try that. I hate I didn't make some videos. It happens every time I think of a video idea, I don't do it, and then a month later it's on my homepage with 100k views, and I need money. Definitely, next time you feel like you have a video idea, just make it. You know, it doesn't matter how good or bad it is. You're always gonna look back at your old videos and they're gonna be crappy. Just go for it, honestly. Even some of my videos that I would regard as my best videos, looking back at them now, I'm like, no, those weren't as good as I was saying they were. My world record speedrun video that I made a long time ago, I don't know how many of you remember that or have seen it, used to be, like, in my opinion, my best video. And it is good, it's just not great. It wasn't as good as I was saying it was, and, you know, that's because I've gotten better at editing and video making that, like, I can look at some of those things and say, that was not a good choice to put there. And being able to critique myself and go, okay, now that I know those things, let's never repeat that mistake. Because that's the thing I run into a lot and I need to get better about is perfectionism. You're not going to ever make something as perfect as it can be, and that's okay. That's what makes your your project perfect is its imperfections, you know? I don't think people would love Minecraft nearly as much as they do if it was quote-unquote perfect. Like, if there were no bugs in Minecraft at any point, we wouldn't have the creeper. If there were no bugs in Minecraft at any point, we wouldn't have some of the really strange redstone things that we have nowadays. Because those are bugs. But they got re-implemented as normal features, or they just haven't been patched in some cases. And that's really insane, you know? So, sometimes happy accidents happen because it's not perfect, and it gives it charm. I gotta pay my Udemy subscription. I'm addicted to reading now, so I need to buy books. Birthdays are coming up. I just need money. Well, good news. With your birthday coming up, hopefully you'll have money. Grandparents, aunts, and uncles love to give money. Especially if you're gonna use it on learning things. So if they know that you're trying to actively learn and read and stuff, usually they're like, oh yeah, of course I might slip a little extra money into their birthday card this year. Yeah, I hope that all goes well for you, dude. I think you've got it in the bag, but on the off chance you don't, that's okay too, you know, just keep trying. Okay, that hurt. I don't know what blew up on top of me, but that hurt. Okay. If it was perfect, the game wouldn't exist. The original files for start textures of the base of Minecraft were part of an old game that didn't work out. If that game was perfect, we wouldn't be here today. That's true. That's true, wasn't it? Ruby Dung? Was that what Minecraft was originally called, basically? It was before Cave Game, but that's where the textures came from, was Ruby Dung. I think. Notch was a interesting guy. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Swifto. Minecraft itself was somewhat a mistake. It wasn't ever supposed to be what it became. Which is ultimately why Notch sold it, but... you know... I'm glad he did because, man, this game is really enjoyable. It would have ultimately been worse off in his hands today because he didn't love it anymore. He didn't want to be the developer of the world's best-selling game. He liked running indie stuff. Okay, that did not go well. Let's go... I want to go back to Midport really quick. And I'm curious, what time is it? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna see, do we have any upgrades that we can get? Particularly on the bow. I want to upgrade my bow if I can. And then we're gonna go play the bow game for a little bit more. Power 1. Yep, okay, there we go. Germsy boy. I know who that is. I know who that is. That's cool. I didn't... Do you guys know who Germsy boy is? He's another content creator. He makes a really cool resource pack. But, he's a cool dude. He's a really cool dude. He might be streaming right now, for all I know. I don't know. He streams a lot. Or he used to, anyway. He's a really talented builder, too. That's why he makes his resource pack, is actually because his builds need resource packs. He tries to keep it as vanilla as possible, but sometimes there's just things that they don't have in the base game, and so he's like, well, let's retexture this, and it's like, that's awesome. That's really cool. Okay. Now I'm my upgraded bow. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, come on. There we go. I am not a great shot. Okay, maybe I can take that back. I was kind of nailing them for a minute there. Come on. They're gonna kill him. Come on. Yep, he's dead. That's fine. That's okay. Everything is fine here. This is nice. This is relaxing. Okay. Hey, hey, no, don't touch my boy. Don't touch my boy. Whoa. Come on. Where is everybody? Okay. I guess I'm just over here kind of by myself. Oh, there's a guy, okay. Okay. What's left? There we go. I want money for building lessons too, so I don't know if you... I don't know if you know, but Shovel 241 gives lessons for like $100, like one-on-one lessons, and his builds are insane. Not familiar with the name, but that's really cool, dude. I think that's a good opportunity. Definitely look into that and see if there's a way you can make that work. I'm sure he could probably teach you a thing or two, that's for sure. That's one of the nice things about some of those people out there is they have techniques that anyone can really benefit from. Sometimes you need help with texturing and sometimes a specific way to explain it to help you best. You know, it would be really nice if I had somebody that could really sit down and just explain to me the ins and outs of coding that I'm not getting, really. I'm slowly starting to understand some of it, like arrays and things like that. I'm starting to get it, but it takes a little bit before I start to really truly understand and appreciate how all of that works. I don't know if I'm the only one here or what, but I'm the only guy in the corner, that's for sure. It seems like there's people over there killing them, so just gonna keep minding my own business. You Google Shovel 241, you'll see. Okay, I'll check it out after after this round. They're all gathered up right there. Okay, that would explain it. Okay, shovel 241, okay. Give me a second. Boop. Shovel 241. Images. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, this guy's really good. Okay. Wow. Yeah, definitely look into that, man. He'd definitely be able to teach you a thing or two. And that's not a slight against you by any means, let me be clear. That's just, he's really good. I think it would be beneficial for anybody to probably talk to him, even, you know, some of the best builders in the world. Okay, okay, you can't hit those. I was wondering if you could hit them back like gas balls or what, but you cannot. That is what it is. That guy's gonna die. I am doing my best, it's just everybody else is doing terribly. I can't really roast them too hard, they're probably all mobile players in all honesty, and that's not me trying to be mean, it's just mobile players don't have the ability to really be good, unfortunately. Their ability to play the game is limited. Also, really quick, I need to check something else. Okay. Do that. Okay. There we go. This does not make you a lot of money. It's cool. It's a cool little level, but it doesn't make you very much in terms of emeralds or anything like that. Which isn't all that surprising, but still. I don't know what experience does for you either. That's a thing I feel like is supposed to come up, but it just never did. So they added it as a mechanic, but it doesn't do anything. Maybe it will later, I don't know. Let's see, boop. Come on. Oh my goodness, there we go. I'm assuming that's a level up, so I don't know what leveling up does either, I suppose. But they did add an effect for it, so it must do something. Or it's just a cool way to show off, maybe. You know, we don't have very many good bow minigames. That's kind of what I'm realizing here. This is an okay minigame, but it's not like a good minigame either. I think it's a cool concept, though. That's for sure. Yeah, this is unfortunately not really worth it either. The reward is not great. We'll go back to the wilderness. It's got pretty decent rewards out there, I think. We'll probably play for another 20 to 50 minutes. We'll see. I'm enjoying myself, but you know, after a while of grinding this out, it's kind of you've seen it all, sort of deal. Obviously, I'm still gonna try to keep upgrading things, but at what point have I upgraded enough to say like, okay, I've got everything I need? There are some people who live for the grind. I'm just not that guy. Okay, let's go. Okay. I'm trying to think. My guy's playing battle tunes. Let's go. I think the more mob kills you as an individual get, the more rewards you get, which is why this one does so well for me, because I can run in there and get plenty of kills. I am really low now, but that's okay. I also have a good power bow here. It would also be nice if this gave us a healing pool, so it would heal you a little bit faster if you were next to the cart. Just to give you an incentive to be the cart bearer, because that's the thing. A lot of people in these payload type events, nobody wants to stand next to the cart and let it move, you know? Everybody wants to be in the combat, and it's like, that's nice, that's good, but we also need people to stand next to the cart to make sure it keeps moving. I find that more often than not, you don't have enough people doing that. Okay. I'm trying to think what other upgrades we might want. We could do... We could look at the cosmetics store now I think about it. We haven't gotten a look at that yet. Alright, let's move. I'm trying to think. What cosmetics do they have? It might be worth it. We might actually want the... Let's look at the cosmetics store. I'm curious. What do they got? We didn't even look at it. I don't usually do cosmetics. That's the thing. That was only 155 as well. We were getting like 400 from that, which was really nice, but I guess we're taking a lot more damage or something like that. I don't know. Wow. Okay, that's the cosmetic store. What do we got? It's got a villager head, a chicken hat, an arrowhead, piglin head, a little gas balloon, llama balloon, pink sheep, creeper book, maybe? I don't know what that is. And you have some different musical instruments. So you got bass guitar, acoustic guitar, triangle, keyboard, drums. Let's pick up the acoustic guitar. Let's just see what it does. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. That's all very synthetic sound. I was kind of hoping they'd actually record a real guitar. That is all very much synthesized MIDI file guitar right there. Dang. I would have played it for free for them. I'm just saying. I would have. But no, you know what they did? They stuck it into a computer and was like, this is good enough. Like, they tried too, that's the thing. Because each of the string sounds comes in at a different time. It's playing as if it's a strum. It's just not. Ah, that hurts. That hurts my soul. That does. Do you want to like open up a Minecraft Guitar Hero game where you play Magical Mystery Tour? Okay, that would have been sick, but I wasn't expecting that. But for the price, you know, I kind of would have liked that. I'm not gonna lie, because that was 1,000. It was 1,000, my guy. I can buy a gas balloon, though. Yay, I have a balloon! That is 100% a smile on Steve's face. Why did they change it to be so aggressively happy? What the heck? When did they change him to look like... That used to not be a smile. That used to be more of a beard. Now it's a smile. Right? Did they... Something looks off about it. That's different than what it used to be. I know they redid the Steve texture, but that doesn't... It didn't look like that. I'm confused. Huh. Okay. You know what? That's fine. Can I get the saxophone now? It's up here. I know it is. It's just not there for whatever reason, you know? But it's supposed to be up here. It's not here. I thought it was up here on this level. But I don't see it here. Could be at the top, but it wasn't there last time, so maybe the server was glitched? I don't know. Or it doesn't show up for a while, but other people have it, so I don't know. I could be forgetting something, I suppose. There's supposed to be things hidden around the map as well, which we haven't gone to do. I mean, I'm curious, what's over here on this dock? I don't want to go see it. Saying half of a brain rot word is crazy, dude. What we got? Wait. The fact that that's a wandering trader robe on him is crazy. Steve totally killed that wandering trader and put his robe on the Scarecrow. I am curious what kind of references we can find around here. If any, there may not be any that we would know yet. But I'm also sure they've, like, packed this lobby full of little Easter eggs that you could find. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if there's, like, some Minecraft story mode stuff, even. I was kind of hoping to find some more obvious things, but I don't know if we will. Huh. Uh-oh. I can't get out, can I? Okay, over this way. Good. So I'm curious, There's gotta be secrets around here somewhere. That's all I want to know. Is there any secrets? Any more secrets, perhaps? That one's all locked up. Of course, we got the wilderness area here. Hello, Ben. Welcome back in. Hope you're doing well, dude. Good to see you. Yoink. We'll get back to the mini games soon. I kind of want to explore for a little bit. Okay, I can't jump over any wall, it seems. Which is a little frustrated. What is this? Fully modded Minecraft? No, this is actually Bedrock Edition. With basically a texture pack and some add-ons. But,
Let's go fight some pigs.
it's, the new Minecraft event. They're doing new capes. And if you want the cape, you gotta play the event. So I'm playing the event because I want the cape. It's actually pretty decent though. I don't hate it. I'd actually would play this more often if they had it 24/7. Unfortunately, I don't foresee anybody adopting any of these game modes 24/7. But I think it would be really cool to see some of it. I don't want that cape. I do not want to see Jack guy on the Elytra. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to see it, but I do want the cape. I do love myself some capes. Let me take that. Thank you. I do wonder who approached who about the Jack Black cape. Because, was it Jack Black saying, hey, what if we put my face on a cape? Or was it Mojang saying, hey, Jack Black, what if we put your face on a cape? Like, who said it to who? Whose idea was it? I'm really curious. I got one of the capes. One is enough for me just watching Twitch. That's fair. Yeah, that one was really easy to get to. It was, what, 3 minutes of watch time on any Minecraft channel would give you the Twitch cape. That's not bad. Yoink. Kind of think there'd be more secrets around here, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it looks cool. It does. It really does. But there's not a whole lot of anything. I've not done the TikTok one, but will most likely not do it. I keep the creeper one. That's fair. I like I like the new TikTok one, the red portal one. I don't love how it looks on the Elytra, because again, Jack Black. I don't hate Jack Black. I actually really do like him. But, I don't necessarily want his face on my wings either, you know? I don't think that's wrong of me to say. But I do like it. It's nice. In general, I just like seeing more capes. They're nice. Nice little collectibles. I don't like any of his movies because he acts the same personality in all of his movies. Doesn't change. I don't know. I like School of Rock. School of Rock was good. Kung Fu Panda was good. Arguably two of his most famous roles, but still, I think they're both good movies. And yeah, like that's kind of how he acts in every movie, but I think that's most actors these days. Very rarely do you see an actor not just play themselves in a movie. You know, generally speaking, and I know he's another actor who gets hated on a lot, but Chris Pratt, you know, he's usually Chris Pratt. Even Robert Downey Jr., for all the praise he gets for Iron Man, it's just Robert Downey Jr. being Robert Downey Jr. Tom Holland? Yeah, I'm going there. Tom Holland is just Tom Holland in every single movie. I mean, if you watch any of his interviews, it's like, oh, you mean to tell me he wasn't acting when he was in Spider-Man? Outside of the CGI effects, you know, he was actually just being Peter Parker? Okay. You know, I think actors as a whole very rarely ever actually play characters that don't match up with their personality, and it's because studios would almost prefer you to be that character as a full-time job because it's a lot less coaching that they have to do and a lot less directing that they have to do. Because all I have to do is say, hey, imagine you're in this scenario. Now pretend that you're in that. And it's just like, okay. I hate Chris Pratt. Doctor Strange actor is very good. Oh yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, he's good. He's good. However, I find that a lot of his roles, again, are very similar, though. And oftentimes, you know, he's usually playing a relatively similar character. That's nothing against him. Like, he still does it pretty well. In real life, he's a lot more funny, in my opinion, than Doctor Strange, but generally speaking, I feel like his characters are relatively the same, and I think that's also a casting thing. People get typecasted a lot, which sucks. It does suck. I think he plays the dragon in Lord of the Rings. Yes, he plays Smaug, which is impressive. That is impressive. Playing a CG character, that is crazy. I will give anyone credit on that. Anyone that plays a CGI character, GG's on that. You get props. Hey, Slime, good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, him in the Imitation Game is still one of my favorite movies and best cast role. Imitation Game. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. I am, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. We were just messing around, completing a challenge for the new cape. Unfortunately, they unlock new quests every other day, so we're not gonna be able to get it today. But, I've upgraded my stuff a lot. Now we're just rambling about the Minecraft movie and I guess other I am curious, guys. What's your thoughts on the Minecraft movie? I'm not gonna be offended if you trash it or anything, but I will say I am kind of hyped for it. Okay, I've got hope. I've got optimism. Also, ads are gonna be starting in 30 seconds. Why do I always ask these questions at the worst time here? Let me snooze the ads. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna snooze them a couple of times. There we go. Yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on the Minecraft movie? I'm hyped. I think it's got a lot of potential to be something good. I think it looks funny. I think there's honestly a good chance that if I just walk into it expecting a comedy, I'll be happy with that. I think anyone expecting anything more is going to probably be disappointed. But I mean, if you look at the casting choice, outside of like Emma Myers, who was what? Was she in Wednesday Addams or whatever? I think that's who she was. Outside of that, you know, I think all the other characters are usually in comedies, so it's kind of like, I don't know what anyone else is expecting. I do not like it. Do not like the way it looks and the human actors do. I'm just annoyed at being live action. Don't diss on Emma Myers. She's the I wasn't dissing on her. I'm just saying she wasn't in a comedy movie prior to this, I don't believe. Quite honestly, the entire cast was cast just for star power alone, I'm pretty sure. They just stuck all the big names on there. But, I think the movie's gonna be good. And I will say, if it were any other type of movie, if it wasn't supposed to be a comedy, I would probably agree with you guys in saying that it shouldn't be live action. But I have not watched a actually funny animated comedy. I'm sorry. Most of them are just not funny. But there's a certain amount of humor that they can have with real life people going into Minecraft that you wouldn't be able to get with animation. Mario movie? I don't really think that was a comedy, if I'm honest. Like, it was funny, but that didn't feel like the purpose of the movie to me. It had like a really... The storyline carried itself on its own. I don't think the storyline on a Minecraft movie will carry itself, in all honesty, because it felt very lazy in terms of writing, because it's been done 10,000 times before. But with, you know, Mario, that storyline was actually pretty W. I don't know. Also, the creeper looks like it's made up of grass and weed fully mixed in. I mean, in lore, I believe they are made of grass and leaves, so it makes sense. I know that's unpopular opinion, but if they were going for some amount of realism there, it looks fine. Creeper are made with pigs. I mean, yeah, I guess. But I don't know. Skinned inside out. Ah, yes, yes. Pink on the out, green on the in. Gen Z humor ruins everything. Yeah, that's fair. I don't love Gen Z humor. There's not a whole lot of layer to it, so it gets very old very quickly. I wrote the movie, I would have fully done the plot beating the Ender Dragon full Mario movie side plot. Slight romance and humor. I don't know if I would have included any romance in a Minecraft movie, honestly. You might be able to do something with it, but... Like, I don't hate romance plot lines. I actually do like them. And, The Amazing Spider-Man, I love the way they pulled the Spider-Man love story for Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker. It was very well done. Very tragic, but very well done. That's actually kind of mostly why I watch that movie anymore now, is that was just so well done. The rest of the movie's okay, but that was like, whoa, that was really, really well done. I don't know if I could do a good love story in anything Minecraft related, to be honest. I would be interested in trying, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be one in a Minecraft movie, who knows? I hope not. I really hope not, but we'll see. And a banger song by Jack Black. Well, you have to have a banger song, absolutely. Swifty would be an interesting movie writer in a good way. I think Swifty could write great movies, honestly. I've seen some of his writings. He could actually pull off some good storyline, I think. I want a real life Detective Pikachu with Deadpool skin. Ah, yes. Good old Fortnite. Well, it wouldn't be like a full-on romance, just maybe a slight romantical tension and maybe one kiss before the final battle. I don't know if I would even want that, in all honesty. And I mean, I wouldn't diss on it or anything, but it seems almost out of place, and maybe that's just the way I'm imagining what I would have done for a Minecraft movie. Because... I don't know. I'm looking at it from the perspective of Minecraft is a game heavily targeted at kids. I don't know. I kind of cringe at romance scenes in kids' movies. Like, I do think they should model some of that for kids, but I don't know. The way I view Minecraft in a lot of regards is most of Minecraft is targeted at really young kids. You know, like, we're talking 5 to 7 year olds because they're playing on their mom's phone kind of young. There's nothing, again, nothing wrong with some of that in a movie, but I think I'd rather have some more interesting things rather than that, especially if we were doing animation. If you were doing an animated Minecraft movie, you could go really insane with special effects and have some cool fight scenes. And I would totally... I know it's overdone to death, just like the Piglin invasion kind of deal, but I would totally have a Herobrine storyline. I think that would be really great, personally. But, I don't know. Maybe in, like, the Toy Story 4 romance. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't remember Toy Story 4. I remember generally some of it, but I don't remember most of it. I don't remember what storyline they had in terms of romance. I'm assuming it was probably Woody and Bo Peep. But I don't remember it even. Okay. Can we talk about Toy Story for a second, really quick? Can we all agree Toy Story 5 needs to be the last one? And the toys need to go back to Andy? I'm just saying, it would be great. It would go full circle, and it would just be good times. We don't need a Toy Story 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Just one more and finish it. Can we please? Please, Pixar. I know it's not Pixar probably demanding that they make more, but Disney definitely is like, hey, what if you made another one, right? There should be a weird side romance between two piglins like in Zootopia where that one couple shows up like 30 minutes and it's wholesome. I kind of hate it, but I kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie, Swiftu. I kind of hate it, but I kind of love it. That sounds awful. But I'm not against it. Andy would put him in storage, he'd be a grown man, his kids would have toys. Yes, but I think that would be kind of good, would be his kids would be playing with the toys instead. And he would be playing with his kids with the toys again. I think that would be my approach to it, but it's all about getting back to Andy. Woody gets found by Andy, and he's like, "Yo, we can go back home, but we need the whole gang back together," because Andy like is trying to figure out how to get everybody back together for his kids or whatever. And so Woody accomplishes the mission behind the scenes, trying to get everybody back together. To make Andy's life a little more perfect. I don't know. That would be my guess. And he was playing with toys to like the age of 18. That man has no children. He probably has like a Discord mod or something. Hey, don't diss on my boy Andy. Do not diss on my boy Andy, okay? I will defend him with my life. There is nothing wrong with playing with toys till you're 18, okay? I'm not saying that because I did that. I was not that guy. I play video games, but you know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, okay? My poor boy, Andy. He deserves some respect. He was good looking, but he doesn't have a wife. He went off to college, okay? Like, he could have went off, got married, and now he's expecting a child. Who knows? Also, you said something earlier, Swiftu, and I need to read it. What did you say? She's the GOAT, and before I knew she was 22, she was kind of cute, but she's 22 somehow. I'm telling you, she looks like she's 15. I mean, at your age, you're allowed to think 22-year-olds are cute. They're just not allowed to think you're cute back. That's how that goes. I wouldn't recommend, you know, hitting on anyone that's 22. Because I feel like that's just creepy, even if you're a kid. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. You know, when I was a kid, who was it that everybody, like, thought was really hot? It was, she was, like, 30-something when this all happened, too. And I'm trying to remember. Early 2000s. I don't remember, if I'm honest. But yeah, in the early 2000s, you could get away with it all the time. Andy was not a frat boy in college. No, he definitely wouldn't have been. My boy was getting straight A's. But he probably had that nerdy kind of riz, you know? My boy probably could get himself a girl. I'm just saying. Poor Andy married his toys. Hear me out, okay? Andy got hit hard by inflation, and times are tough. He had to drop out of college because he couldn't afford it. And he goes back to, you know, his dad isn't in the picture, but his dad comes back and offers him a job at a factory, and he has to go work at the factory for his dad. And the only thing that brings him joy is thinking back to his childhood. And that's what sparks his search to get his old toys back. And he becomes Al from Al's Toy Barn. And it's actually, he ends up time traveling so that he can go back to stop his young self. I'm trolling if you guys can't tell, but I don't know at what point that became obvious, hopefully. But he time travels back and he becomes Al from Al's Toy Barn to try to stop young Andy from selling his toys, but then he decides to just steal them for himself. W movie idea right there. Definitely, for real, for real. No cap. Gosh, my romance life is simple. If she makes paper stars, draws, and is blonde, that's all I need. You have a type. You have a type. I did. What are paper stars? I've never heard of these. I don't think. Women who do art are pretty attractive, though. I will agree there. I don't know what it is, but I find more often than not, I know more women who can draw than I know men that can draw, which is interesting. It's very interesting. Origami, paper stars. Okay, I got you. I got you. That makes sense. And that is fair. That is indeed fair. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't really have a type, I don't think. I don't know. Women are cool. That's my take on the situation. The less picky you are, the better. Because then there's plenty of options. Ow. There we go. We're just gonna keep running the loop. This seems to be the best game to farm emeralds, so I'm gonna keep going with this, I think. Am I the only one left? I'm the only one left. Okay. I gotta add on, if she doesn't enjoy cuddling immediately, will not even consider, yes, that I'm not lonely. Like, cuddling in general, or doesn't enjoy cuddling immediately when you're in a relationship? Because those are two very different things. And I have two very different answers to that. How do you access the dressing room? You press, so in your pause, you press dressing room, and then boom, you're in. Like, in general? Okay. That's fair. Love languages are a thing. I know that's, some people don't agree on that and think that that you can just get away without it, but I think there is some truth to it where that's just how you express affection towards each other. So for some people, that is like a deal breaker. If they don't love physical contact, then it does them no good to be in a relationship. Oh my gosh, I am a tank. I am a beast. Okay. So that's fair. It's okay to have preferences. And when you talk to people and you're like trying to gauge interest, be sure that you express that. You know, how you express your affection towards people. If you get to claim credit for this, guys, I'm gonna be mad, because I did all the work. I didn't even get paid all that well for it, either. If they play Minecraft, that would also be nice. You gotta get yourself a girl who plays Minecraft. Then you can play Bed Wars, and that's a good time. Gosh, L plus ratio, honestly, yeah. I'm trying to think. I just got the joke. What? You don't want to play Bed Wars? You don't want to play Bed Wars. That's crazy, dude. I don't know. I don't know a single person that doesn't want to play Bed Wars. To say no, you know what you're implying. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never imply anything outside of playing high pixel Bed Wars. Would you prefer that you play Cake Wars instead? Just don't let it be Egg Wars. That's arguably worse. Out of any of those, I would take Bed Wars, personally. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it, why are these all the things? We have Egg Wars, Cake Wars, and Bed Wars. Why can't we have literally anything else? Huh. I don't know what I would make my variation of that. Think about what Cake Wars implies. I know what it implies. I started leaning into the joke, but then I realized all of those imply terrible things. Gosh. That's terrible. I'm sorry, that's awful. King would have the Minecraft bed sheets. Honestly, I'm not even lying to you. When I get married one day, I might beg my wife to let us have a Minecraft-themed bed. It would be awesome. Is it childish? Sure. But wouldn't it be kind of cool? I don't know. I can imagine it. I would never be able to, like, live down the embarrassment if I did it, though. I don't know. I would also like one that, like, talks to me outside of school. Yeah. Ideally, they would be willing to talk to you anywhere. Especially outside of school. I'd hope they wouldn't be embarrassed of you. That's a thing. If somebody's embarrassed to be around you and to be in a relationship with you, then they're not the right one. That's not a sign of who you are necessarily, that's a sign of who they are. And it's just a sign that it's not the right person. That's the other thing. I'm gonna lurk and play some Warframe. Alright, sounds good, dude. Hope you enjoy. I know you will enjoy. You do like Warframe, so it's very reasonable to assume you will. But I hope you have a good time. Like both of the girlfriends I had never texted me or called me. It's not a deal breaker, but I would love to get like good morning and good night messages and random pictures and stuff throughout the day and just like what they're up to. I see. You definitely do well with heavy communication. I get that. I will say that's something you work up to usually. Because not everybody falls for people at the same speed. Especially if you're the one that caught feelings first. You've had a lot more time to think about it and think about what you want out of that. And so sometimes they aren't quite at the same amount of comfort with things as you would be. Nothing wrong with that, but it is something to keep in mind. But I do think that is something that's nice, is good night and good morning messages. And random pictures would be cool, I guess. Selfies are pretty cool, pretty nice. But yeah, you know, selfies are cool, I guess. Pictures of what they're getting ready to eat or whatever. The Instagram pictures, basically, you know. Also, they need to be short. No specific reason. I just like short girls more than tall girls. You know, that's fair. That is fair. That is a common thing, I think, and I kind of get why. And a lot of culture, we see that in general, just shorter women with taller guys. And that's because a lot of the times that's, in media, it's a lot easier to showcase traditional forms of love that way because, traditionally speaking, you know, in a lot of those movies and such, men are usually like the quote-unquote protector or whatever. And so a lot of the times they will, you know, they need to be seen as a little bit bigger, and they need, when they hug somebody, they need to be able to wrap their arms around them heavily, and that's just generally speaking, a lot of movies showcase it that way. And so in your mind, ideally speaking, that's something that's kind of like, okay, that's something I want. And at one point in time, I was a similar way, but I've kind of reached a point where I've stopped caring about physical appearance in general. And that might just be because I'm desperate. Who knows? I'm not desperate. I'm not. But according to some people, I could be. My best friend said I was. Anyway, what about parents, bro? Oh, like the in-laws? Yeah, you do want to kind of scout out. You do want to scout out her parents. Decide if there's somebody you would be able to tolerate for 50 years. Let's assume they die in 50 years just for your sake. Can you tolerate her parents for 50 years? Or are you saying, what about parents as in, are they good options? I don't know. For me personally, I'm at an age where I don't think that would be a good option for me. But some people that is a great option. I want someone who puts them before me. I want her to be number 3 in their list. I want to be number 3 in their list. Okay. 1, her. 2, God. 3, me. And if she works, I'll be 4, put work 3rd. I see. Okay. You should be high up on the priority list at some point. Maybe not number 1, that's for sure. You know, like I said, like you said there, in your case especially, if you believe in God, then, you know, you want her to as well. And in that case, in Christianity anyway, that means he's number 1. And that means you gotta be either number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or so on. And I hope for your sake you're not anything lower than 5. But there's nothing wrong with that. Parents don't matter. I don't know. I feel like they matter to a small extent. At the end of the day, if you truly love someone, you probably can deal with their parents. But haven't been there before, so I can't really comment on that. I need just like 10 more emeralds, so yeah. Just you wait. If I didn't, the perfect girl, she's probably quite perfect. I meant to put God first. I haven't said God first, and I still put God second. God is number 1. Based. But yeah, no, I got what you mean. Do you mean dated the perfect girl? I don't know. Yeah, they need to be a Christian. My parents wouldn't let me marry an atheist. You know, that's fair. I respect that, and I wouldn't consider one myself, personally. But my parents wouldn't either. I respect that my parents do look out for me in a lot of regards. They go, hey, you know, that wouldn't work out for either of you. And that's something you need to look at as well when you look into partners and such. Is this a good idea for me? Is this a good idea for her? Or for him? You know, that's something that you do need to look into at some point in time. Is like, is this beneficial? Is this gonna hurt us in the long run because it doesn't end in a good way? If you're dating for marriage, is she or is he? If you're just dating to have a good time, is he or she? Because that's another thing. You don't want to waste their time. You know, there's a lot there. They wouldn't even let me date a girl from another religion, and I respect that. That's crazy. Oop, never mind. Most, not all marriages don't succeed if you don't agree on religion. That's true. What is it? Religion, politics, money, and kids. Not necessarily in that order, I don't think, but those 4 things all are the leading causes of divorce in the United States. So, all those things do matter to some degree. And money doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, we're broke, so I'm going to divorce you now. It's more so, we need a money plan and we're not agreeing on it. And so you're stressing me out because you're buying things that I view as a waste. And then you're telling me that I'm being too stingy. And because we don't agree on that and I feel like you're controlling my life, we're going to just divorce. That's what a lot of people do. So if you walk into it with an agreed money plan beforehand and you talk about it and work things out to a point that it works and it's feasible, it's not too bad. You know how to access the second level of the mines. Unfortunately, I don't believe they're unlocked yet. They will be unlocking later in the week, though, I believe. Same things with, same thing with the ghasts in the wall defense game. It can, the ghasts aren't showing up yet, but they should a little later in the week. Give it maybe a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, and you'll probably have it all unlocked. That's my guess anyway. But they are currently locked for everybody, I believe. What if one doesn't care? As Admiral mentioned, it can still cause tension, and that's due to the fact that depending on your religion, you only make it to the afterlife if you believe in that religion, which nothing sucks more than looking at it and going, man, the person I married that I said I do and that we'll love forever doesn't believe in the same thing as I do, and therefore when we both die, they're not gonna be there, and that makes me sad. And carrying around that sadness for a lifetime sounds pretty miserable, I'm not gonna lie. And in-laws are on the list if you are thinking of... Okay, really? In-laws are that high up? I can't really imagine it being that high, but it makes sense, I suppose. If you allow the in-laws to be as controlling, I guess, then maybe. You know, I don't personally... I wouldn't let anyone else's word have any bearing on what we do or don't do, necessarily. Take their words with a grain of salt kind of deal. But, I don't know. I think a lot of things could just be worked out with planning. That's the thing, a lot of people don't plan things. They start a relationship and they go without thinking it through, and that's okay to some extent, but after a while you need to have a plan, especially if you're getting married. Like, okay, whose house are we spending on for the holidays, you know? Okay, are we alternating weeks, or not weeks, are we alternating years? Are we alternating days? Where are we gonna live? Are we gonna live closer to your parents or my parents? Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do that? That's all important information to discuss before you get married, and then you gotta be okay with compromising on some of that. So saying, okay, because we're gonna live closer to your parents, I want to go to, can we do Christmas at my parents' house instead? Or if there's 2 holidays in a year and one for the other, then we get the 2 for them because they're farther away and see us less. You know, you got to look at some of that stuff and compromise and understand from their point of view that they're also compromising. Because sometimes I think we all look at what we're giving up and what we're doing, and we forget to look at other people's sacrifices that they're making for that to work. You know, we live in a very me culture, and that's okay. It's not okay. It isn't. Never mind. I was gonna say that's okay to an extent, but it's really not. We need to look at what other people are giving up and sacrificing to make the relationship work. Okay. Politics don't annoy me. As long as who we have has, like, a working brain, they're chill. That's fair. If your parents matter to you, but not to your partner, it can cause problems. That's true. That is true. All the women I'm talking to love my parents and I love their parents, so I need to find a girl who doesn't want to stay in this town, because the first thing I do when I graduate is get out of this town. I would say have a plan for where you think you might want to end up then. Sometimes that just is wherever there's work, but looking into where some of those places that you could find work would be, and saying, like, would you be okay with living here? What about here? Texas, for example. You know, I would love to live in Texas. However, I don't need to live there. So it's not a big deal if I don't go there, but I would kind of like to live there at some point. I think it would be cool. It'd actually be hot, but I meant cool as in sunglasses emoji, you know? Let's see, but yeah, that's fair if you don't want to live where you currently live. You know you don't like it. Also, thank you for submitting your taxes, Admiral. That is a stack of submissions. Congrats. I honestly don't care anywhere but here. So I have a question regarding that. Do you know why you don't want to live where you live anymore? It's okay if you don't want to say why exactly, but it would be good to mention that to them, why you don't want to live where you live currently. Like, is it the small town? I don't know if it's a small town. I feel like you mentioned it was, so I'm kind of going off of that. If it's the small town feel, then you know you want to live somewhere with a population of whatever's higher than your current population. If you want to live in a city or the countryside, or you know, if it's about the people that you live near, and it's like, okay, well, if it's about the people that you live near, it's probably more about the culture, so you want to live somewhere that's got a different subculture to it. So leaving the state might be something that's more important there than just being in a different town. So there's some things to consider there, and kind of decide, like, okay, what is it that I really want? And, you know, just keep asking yourself why, and eventually you'll get down to the exact reason, probably. But I think, ultimately, let me be clear. It's not wrong to want to move away. It is not. If I lived in my old town, I would want to move away, like, immediately. I would not want to stay in my last town that I was at. It just wasn't it wasn't great for young people in general, in my opinion. I wouldn't want to raise a family there, if I'm honest. That's another thing. Make sure that your goals line up family-wise. At least somewhat. Income is bad, like every job here is minimum wage. Small towns make there be nothing out here. No restaurants, no places to buy anything. Also, my realistic career is in film or television, which in this state I cannot do that. That's fair. In that case, I would say, yeah, just double check that they'd be cool with places that do have a film industry of some sort. So things like, I believe Texas has a film industry of sorts. You've got Atlanta, LA. There's a couple more that I can't think of off the top of my head, but there's a lot of places out there, and just see if you float those ideas out there, are those places that she's cool with? Would she be okay with living in Georgia? Would she be okay with Texas? Or, well, and when I say Texas, I mean, you're gonna have to pick a place that's close to one of those studios in Texas. I just don't remember where they are. I think it's Dallas, so it's kind of central Texas, but Texas is huge. So, you know, how far of a commute are you willing to drive? Because, you know, that's another thing to think about. But yeah, it sounds like you do want to get out of state, because if it's about the income, usually that's a state issue. Usually. And that's just due to industrial things. Cost of living and pay wages are two things that that you would have to look at and go, okay, if I make this much money and then I have to spend this much to live, is it worth it? Okay, we have now fully upgraded our armor to diamond. So next would be about getting more emeralds. I think I actually want to probably upgrade my sword all the way next. Let's go this way. You know what, let's go to the mines for a little bit. I think that'll be fun. Just for a little bit. Georgia is good for that. Yeah, Georgia does have a film industry. Atlanta is basically second LA in a lot of ways. Just due to the industry there. I want to say a lot of the Spider-Man scenes from the newer movies are usually shot in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. So that's, you know, something to think about. A lot of TV is also filmed there. I've thought about California, but price of living is expensive there. That's fair. That is very fair. It is very high. It's expensive, but a lot of wildfires start there. Yep, that's true. All things that you would probably want to think about a little bit. That's not meant to scare you away from California, but just something to think about, I suppose. I picked up diamonds, but I don't know from where. Okay. Do what you want. I'm just here to throw ideas. Admiral will always play devil's advocate, I think. Usually. He likes to make people think, and that's okay. That's actually really helpful in cases like this, because it's like, you know, maybe you didn't think of things. It's always nice to have people tell you, like, did you think about this? Even if it makes you feel stupid for not thinking it, ultimately you're probably more happy that you did think about it now. Alright, Poopy, schoolwork is all done. I'm all ears. Hey, how's it going, Pix? Good to see you, dude. Glad school is done for you. I want to give you pros and cons so you can make the best decision based on what you want. Yes, that's... Honestly, people make fun of it, but pros and cons lists are huge W's, okay? Make a pros and cons list. It will change your life. And then I would even make a wish list. Things that, like, are ideal to you in a place. So, you know, look... So, for example, Swifty, you said that you want to live somewhere that you can really get into the film industry because that's something that you want to do. So, that's on your wish list. And then put on there, like, lower cost of living or higher minimum wage or whatever. Either of those two. Usually those go... Well, not usually. Usually those don't go hand in hand. But that way you can look into both of those things. So either a low cost of living or high minimum wage. That way it kind of covers your butt a little bit. Because one of those will at least limp you along. You could, you could look into some of the fun things to do around there. Do you want, like, lots of national parks to be around you? Do you want, do you want, theme parks? If you want theme parks, that's going to change up some things as well. What kind of theme parks? Are you thinking big box theme parks like Disney World or Disneyland or Universal? Are you thinking Six Flags? Or something a little higher level even, like Kings Island, Cedar Park. There's more, I just can't think of all their names. It's not Cedar Park. What is it? What is it called? Somebody can probably tell me. I just forgot what it's called all of a sudden. But you know, there's a lot of small things that you can even think of and go, this is on my wish list of things that I want to live near. Think about the weather. That's another good one. Are you okay with snow? How much snow? How much snow are you used to? Can you handle more snow than that? How much more? And you don't have to have the answer to all of these things right away either. This is just some things to think about if you're thinking like, okay, I definitely want to move out of state, but where? Okay. Let me catch up here on chat. I might be able to go to Georgia, then move to LA after I start making enough money. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pros and cons has saved my future a lot. Heck yeah, man. Absolutely. What's in Georgia? Greg just answered Atlanta. I have a big wish list of exact, like, stores and restaurants I need in a city. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know what I would do if I don't live near a Chick-fil-A. Like, if there wasn't a Chick-fil-A within an hour of me, I would probably be very upset. I could probably manage, but I'd be pretty sad. Hello. Hi. Hi. Oh. Ah! How do you upgrade your gear? So if you go to, Steve's stash, which is just behind Steve. So when you press your map, if you press Midport Village, it's just right behind Steve. If you go into his stash, you can go in there and there's an enchantment table and a crafting table. You can upgrade your stuff at either of those. It's with the emeralds that you collect in each minigame as well. So I'm just grinding out some of this because I'm going to need upgrades now. So that when all the quests come out, I can just steamroll them and I won't have to work on it too much. Let me move back here. Peaches, yeah, that's fair. Goku Fett CR7. I don't know. I don't know that guy, but he keeps crouching at me. I appreciate it. What about Beverly Hills? To be honest, I would stay away from Cali until the government gets their stuff in order, which will probably take like 20 years. That's so fair. California is an interesting place. It's an interesting place. I wouldn't live there personally. The cost of living is out of control. And the wages just keep going up because they're like, yes, it'll fix the cost of living if we just pay you guys more, but you're just chasing your own tail and it ends up hurting the actual full US economy as well, which isn't something the state has to be concerned about because it helps them, I guess. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's nice to be a little bit considerate to your neighbors is all. I like bulb move to Hawaii. Dude, Hawaii would be awesome. I don't know though, I feel like I'd get kind of sick of living there after a while because the islands are so small you can literally walk like around it. You don't need a car. I kind of like being a little bit far away from things because it gives you some space from your town if you need it. But at the same time, it would be kind of cool. I mean, think about being able to go to the beach every day. That's something I would kind of like to do. Being near a beach, that would be nice. But I also have the idea that living somewhere that snows would be kind of nice as well. Because, you know, if I... Hey, leave me alone. I'm talking about stuff. If I ever have kids in the future, you know, it would be nice to raise them where there's snow so we could go sledding. That'd be pretty cool. Plus, I don't mind the snow necessarily. It gives me something to do, actually, go shovel snow. Although by then I'll have a full-time job probably, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't want to shovel snow today. He even had speed. I don't know what that was. Okay. No house insurance for the peeps in Cali. That's insane. I wonder if I gave ChatGPT my list of places I need in a town, if it would give me towns that have those things. It probably would. But like Admiral said, definitely do extra research if you find a town that does have everything you need. And make sure that they're all open still in that town. Because sometimes stuff closes down, and so ChatGPT doesn't update its list all the time. So double check that that's all still accurate if you find a perfect town or whatever. Have you seen their grocery prices in Hawaii? They are insane. No, I've never actually been to Hawaii. We almost lived there at one point in time, but did not end up working out. And I think that was for the best, honestly. I probably wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for that. Be a different person, very likely. But yeah, I think Hawaii would be cool, but like you said, the prices are probably insane. I can't imagine housing prices being all that low. Aha. Okay. I'm just gonna stand here for a second while I read your guys' chats. I I can kind of eliminate full states based on small change that I need. I saw a clip where you average gallon of milk is like $12 minimum, which is either federal or I think $12. That's insane. If it's federal, I mean, federal minimum wage is what, 7 and some change? That's actually insane. Okay, wow. I can't go that way. Crap. Okay, 725, yeah, I was thinking it was somewhere around there. Do you have ChatGPT 4.0 compared to 4.0 mini? Wait, what? Like Sam's Club and Barnes & Noble? Luckily Sam's Club is just about everywhere. There are some places that I think don't have Sam's Club, and that's because of Costco, and there's some places that don't have Costco because of Sam's Club. But that's just a small thing, I think. I think I would like a job that requires me to move a lot. That way I can see more of the world / country. That's fair. That's fair. Last thing you need is to move and find out the place is completely different. That's also true. Google has an AI. Surely it has Google Maps. I wouldn't trust Gemini or Copilot. That's fair. They're not bad, but they're not great. If you want, you can send it to me and I can get GPT to do his deep search and get a better answer. Forgot to quote it, lol, in regards to your list. 725. Let me go ask ChatGPT and see what it gives me. Go for it. West Virginia has no Costco. That is true. That is true. There is no Costco's in West Virginia. And I believe that is due to the chokehold market that Sam's Club has. To recap, my first message failed to send and it totally screwed up by context. Oh, okay, I got you. That makes sense. No chicken bake. No chocolate chunk cookies. Is that the one that they say in the Costco song? I don't remember. It's been a minute. Where am I going? It's double chunk chocolate cookie, you fool. I'm sorry, it's been weeks, months even. I got back, I didn't even need to use my minecart. Wow. Oh, that was worth a pretty penny. Don't mind if I do, let's go back. That's just midpoint, yep. Do you even care about the Costco guys? I do care about them. Because they bring the boom. Okay, what are we updating here? Could upgrade my sword. Could upgrade my pick. Could get thorns. Let's yeah, let's do sharp 3. Okay, that's a fully upgraded sword, so now all we gotta do is enchants there. I think next we'll upgrade my pick all the way, and then we'll do my bow. And then we'll go through and do all the enchants. We might not be able to do all the enchants today, I don't know. I don't know a lot of things right now. And you know what, that's just the way life is sometimes. What they do, 100%, that's what they do. They bring the boom to you. Boop. This is like one of the easiest ways to make money. I mean, if you're really good at the mining game and you get lucky, I guess you can find all the treasure, but I have not been so lucky. I'm not a lucky ducky. Okay. Let's run. I guess I'm the only one that's gonna be pushing the cart right now. That's fine. Okay. Hey, my boy. Swag Ranger. Thank you for pushing the cart. You're a hero. Okay, ChatGPT must not have map data. Interesting. I would see if you can you might be able to do a search with Gemini even, I don't know. Or alternatively, you might be able to tell you might be able to tell ChatGPT to search if you have web search functions available, but I don't know if it can access the map API or not still. I've never tried that before. The balloon follows physics. That's insane. Okay, that's actually really cool. Okay, what am I doing? It actually does. That's not, that's so cool. Okay. Sometimes you get distracted by the small things in Minecraft, you know? Also, really quick, we're gonna put you here. Collect my reward. How much do we get? 425. That's not bad. I need to just pull up something here. Okay. It's catchy. I'm not gonna lie, the music in this game is a little catchy. Okay, we're good. We're good. I just gotta catch up now. Okay. I'm finding this enjoyable. I wish we had more mini game servers that had things like this. I might have to start working on a mini game server concept again and see if there's actually easy ways to implement this sort of stuff to things. I don't know how to make plugins and how to work minigame servers, but there's one way to make it work, you know? And the best way to learn is to just do it, or something like that. Surely there isn't that many that have a Barnes & Noble and Sam's Club. Your best bet, honestly, in this case, would be looking up Barnes & Noble and seeing where they have stores, because they're a lot more rare, I believe. So if it's a big priority that there's a Barnes & Noble somewhat close, look and see where they're at, and then just find out what towns have a Barnes & Noble and a Sam's Club. There's a lot of them that do have both. But it's more likely that Barnes & Noble would follow Sam's Club than Sam's Club follow Barnes & Noble. Go. Okay, there we go. It's a big priority. Hey, man, that's fair. That's fair, and I respect it. It's good to have things in life that you do want. I respect that. I hate having to rush that stuff because it means the cart gets left, but they're all jumping in there to get all the XP, so you have to do it as well if you want to get the XP and get emeralds. I'm addicted to books now, and writing is my second career choice. Okay. Well, that would be fair then. I think a Barnes & Noble would be pretty nice to have. Okay, we'll run this until I have 2,000. We'll upgrade my pick. I think it only takes 2,000. And then we'll see from there what we're doing next. So it's currently 10. I don't love ending at 10, but I've been tired lately. I've been waking up really early lately as well. I've been waking up at like, early for me anyway. It's not early normally, but early for me was like 8 and 9:30. You know, going to bed at 2 isn't usually something that you want to be waking up at those hours in specific, but, you know, I've been waking up at those hours and getting extra work done, and it's felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be cool to see my book in Barnes & Noble. It would. That'd be really cool. And if it ever happens, you know, take a picture, send it to me, dude, because that's gonna be cool. Is it a phase or a legit thingy? Yeah, you know, that's an actual fair question. So many people I know have said, like, oh, I wanted to write this book, and they get, like, so deep into writing it, and then they never finish it. And it's like, man, I was invested in your writing. I really was thinking you had somewhere with this story, and then you gave up on it. And it makes me so sad. To be fair, I guess I'm the same way with making games, so I guess all's fair in that case. Every teenager wants to be a writer at some point. I never really wanted to be a writer. I never liked writing, and I never really loved reading, so I was probably in a minority there anyway. It's possible for me to publish a writer as a minor. Yep. That is true. I think you should do it if it's something you want to do. I want to make a game with a story that counts as writing. Okay, yeah, but like, it's a different medium. I feel like everything includes writing to some degree, you know? Content creation, I am a writer, I guess. Like, I write scripts, yeah. I just think it, you know, it's different. I don't know. I never mentioned books. Most people, when they talk about writing, they're talking about books. I don't know. I see what you're saying, though. I mean, I write code. But, like, you know, I don't know. I'm working on a coming-of-age, like, teen story where it talks about his struggles with anxiety, depression, and other things. When have I ever been most people? That's true, I guess. I think that's a good story to tell, Swifto. It's tough to portray because they're all heavy topics. Coming of age, the anxiety, the depression, those are all heavy things, but I think there's ways to tell that story that would appeal to a large audience, and I think it's an important thing to share, regardless of how heavy it is. You know, those are very real things. So I got some respect for you for even trying to write a story like that. That's a tough one to do, but I think you'll do it well. Okay. Oh. Come on. There we go. Oh, come on. There's gotta be a way around it. Crap, I meant to jump. There's an invisible wall. I was really hoping I could jump through over the barrier box or something, but I cannot. Oh well. Being a writer would be cool, to be honest. It would be cool. I just struggle with coming up with ideas. So I would have that fear of, like, I'd be a one-hit wonder. I make a good book, and then I get stuck in writer's block, and I can't think of anything, and I don't know what I'm doing, and then I give up. And everybody forgets who I am, and that would be terrifying. Like, how does one come up with so many unique stories? I don't know. It's tough. Well, I experienced some of those things, and know many people who do. I think many people struggle writing these topics because they don't understand the feeling and how to write it. That's fair. I think at some point in time, everybody experiences some form of those things. Maybe not, like, as an actual disorder, but I think just about every person has out there experienced some amount of anxiety, some amount of depression. But to actually understand that fully is tough. Because it's like, I don't fully understand all the things that happen in my mind. You know? I have a pretty solid understanding on a lot of things in life and in my and how I feel, but I don't understand every emotion, every thought, every feeling. You know, those are all very deep things that I have a pretty solid grasp on, but it's not, by any means, it's not perfect. Shower thoughts. I used to have a lot of those. Back when I wasn't doing much, I thought a lot of deep thoughts. I could have been like a, not a psychologist. What are they called? Philanthropist? No. Philosopher. I could have been a philosopher, I'm telling you. But once I started, like, doing things all the time, like working, and then I became a streamer for a while, and you know, after all that, my brain ran dry. I started talking a lot more, and because of that, I almost never know what I'm getting ready to say. And you know, back in the day, I used to think a lot about what I was saying before I said it, so it often led to a lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom. There's something up there. Or it's just a chimney. It could be that. Shower thoughts. They kind of just come naturally to me. There isn't a trick to it, really. It just happens. Like this idea, I was showering and got the idea. Oh, that's where shower thoughts came from. Okay, I gotcha. Is there slang for it? I want to know now. Ignore me swapping chats and went to the wrong one. Ah, I gotcha. No worries, dude. No worries. That happens to me a lot. This kid's gonna be bad. Divorce, parents, anxiety, depression, lonely, ADHD, maybe OCD too. I want this kid to appeal to all teen issues, probably eating disorders too. I will say, be careful when attempting to appeal to everybody, because sometimes that has the opposite reaction where they then appeal to nobody because the character is so broad. I think the issues you listed are all things that can fit just fine because those all oftentimes do end up together. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody has all those things, but for example, a lot of people I know that have depression also have anxiety. A lot of people that I know have ADHD also have OCD, or more so, people who have OCD have ADHD. A lot of people that I know that have had some amount of eating disorders have also had depression and anxiety, and you know, those things are all very big, but at the same time, if they're tied together for the story or because of story reasons, it works. But don't force the story to have all those things tied in. You know, make sure it's natural. And I know you know that. I want to say that for everybody out there. You know, if you force a story, it doesn't flow as well. That's why a lot of things in newer movies don't work as well, is because studios are forcing their directors and their writers to force everything into their story that there isn't room for it in that story. You know, those characters don't feel that way. They don't experience those things, and oftentimes that incidentally means that that the whole story will end up suffering because of it. Haha, I found it. Is there a secret down here? There is not. I kind of screwed myself, didn't I? Can I get out? No. Okay, well. That's a thing. I am stuck. I think that's a good place for me to leave anyway, I guess. Anything about it, but the story could easily follow multiple children. That's a good idea. And I think it would help you stay on topic and on theme a lot better. Probably. The name of the book is Planned to Be Puzzles. I have a cover in mind as well. Dang. Okay, you've got some pretty good ideas then, and you're a little more farther into the planning stage, which is good. Definitely right, dude. I think you can't go wrong by trying at least a little. Okay. I am going to end stream, but we're gonna end with a raid. So let me see who's live at the moment. Who do we want to say hello to? We already said hi to you recently. No offense, but we're not raiding Kit. It's not because I don't want to be there. I will actually probably be there a little later because I need to mod, but who do we want to say hi to? Any Twitch has some peeps live? Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's go say hi to King Wolf live. Actually. Okay, well, they've been live for a little while. I don't know if they're gonna be live very much longer. You know what? Okay, we'll raid them next time. I don't want to go in there and then them feel like they have to stay on extra long because they've been streaming for almost 7 hours. And it's getting later for them. So I have somebody else in mind. We'll go say hi to JMO. He's currently playing some Minecraft, and he's a cool dude. So we'll go ahead and say hi to JMO, the Schmo. So hop on the raid, get some free champ points, meet a cool streamer along the way, and I will hopefully catch you guys again in the very, very near future. Tomorrow we're going to be streaming either Spider-Man or Twitch SMP. I'm not sure which one yet. It might be Twitch SMP because I've been missing it, and I can't bear to be away from it very much longer. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate y'all. I hope to see you guys again very, very soon, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye-bye, guys.